The Urbanproof Toolkit is a powerful decision support system which aims to enable better informed decision making for climate change adaptation planning. More specifically, the user is guided through the different stages of the tool in order to gain insight into the climate change impacts of the urban environment, to explore and evaluate the available adaptation options, and to investigate the adaptation interventions that increase climate change resilience. The Urbanproof Toolkit provides information on climate change impacts and adaptation at geospatial level for every urban municipality of Italy, Greece, and Cyprus, while higher resolution data are provided for the project municipalities, namely Reggio Emilia in Italy, Strovolos and Lakatamia in Cyprus, and Peristeri in Greece. The toolkit consists of 5 interdependent stages which altogether comprise the adaptation process. In Stage 1, information related to different climate change indicators is provided. In Stage 2, information on the assessment of the climate change impacts on the urban environment is presented. In Stage 3, different climate change adaptation measures are explored and evaluated. In Stage 4, the adaptation measures are prioritised for inclusion in the adaptation strategies. Finally, in Stage 5, the effect of the implementation of adaptation measures in increasing the resilience of municipalities to climate change impacts is assessed and monitored. At the homepage of the Urbanproof Toolkit, the user may obtain useful information on the aim of the toolkit and on the methodology followed to estimate the total impacts of climate change on the urban environment. The user can also navigate through the different stages of the toolkit and have access to useful information material. The Urbanproof Toolkit is available in 3 different languages: Greek, English, and Italian. By entering Stage 1, the user may explore through interactive charts the available information on climatic projections for the project municipalities based on the greenhouse concentration levels of 2 concentration pathways. To start with, the user selects the municipality of interest, the climatic indicator, and the climatic scenario to be examined. Then, by clicking Submit, the requested information is presented for the period from 1970 to 2100 in both graphical and tabular forms. The annual values of the chart may be shown by hovering the cursor over the line. The trend line of the chart may also be displayed by pressing the Show Trend Line button. The chart is followed by a table which presents the annual values of the selected climatic indicator and scenario. The data may be copied in order to be used in relevant reports or for further processing. In Stage 2, the user may explore the available information in accordance to the assessment of climate change impacts on the urban environment for the project municipalities. The respective information is also available for all urban municipalities of Cyprus, Greece, and Italy in the case of floods, heat waves and health, peri-urban fires, and electricity demand for cooling. Regarding the project municipalities, the results are presented geospatially at urban block level, while in the second case at a resolution of 500 by 500 metres. To enter Stage 2, the user selects the impact that he or she wishes to examine and then, in the pop-up window, selects between available options. Before entering Stage 2, another window appears providing short guidance for navigating this stage. The user is directed to a GIS environment where at the left side panel there is a list of folders for each of the assessed impacts, containing the respective impact indicators and other sub-indicators considered in the assessment that may be displayed visually on the map. In the folder Other Relevant Indicators, one may also explore the information provided on the sub-indicators used for the assessment of all impacts such as socio-economic vulnerability and population density indicators, as well as other case-specific information such as the hydrogeological and biophysical properties of the project municipalities. The available information is displayed on the map through the following 3 steps. Initially, the user selects the country from the Zoom To field and then zooms in the municipality that wishes to examine. Afterwards, the user selects from the left side panel the climate change scenario and the indicator that he wishes to examine by ticking the relevant box. The legend for the selected layer may appear either by clicking on the Legend button at the bottom of the left side panel or by hovering the cursor over the selected layer. Values of the impact indicators are normalised with the use of a 5-class scale ranging from high to low impact values. The content of each folder may be hidden or shown by clicking the minus or plus sign. In case that more than one information layers are selected, then the one located higher on the list is displayed above the other layers on the map. The hierarchy of layers can be manually modified by dragging them to the desired order. Simultaneous display of multiple information layers on the map may be achieved by modifying the opacity of the layers. This may be done through the respective option provided by right-clicking on the layer. In addition, by right-clicking on a layer, the user may access several other options, such as zoom, change the scale at which the selected layer is visible on the map, or download the selected layer in PDF or shapefile format. Furthermore, at the top of the map, there is a toolbar with a number of useful navigation and exploration tools. Specifically, the user may zoom in and out, view the coordinates of a selected point on the map, move to a specific point by setting its coordinates, or print a map. In addition, the user may view the value of an information layer at a specific point on the map by selecting the Info function and then by clicking at a specific point on the map. Then, a pop-up window opens presenting the attributes of the selected layer and point. With the Compare function on the toolbar menu, the user may also compare the results of an impact indicator under different climate change scenarios, or compare the results of different impact indicators for the same climate change scenario. By clicking on the Compare button, a new window opens, where the user may select the information layers that he wishes to compare on the right and left side fields of the window. By clicking Compare at the bottom of the window, a red line appears in the middle of the map, separating the left side layer from the right side layer. By moving the line towards either side, the differences in each area are revealed. Finally, the user may download useful material of the tool by clicking on the tabs that are located on the top left corner of the screen. By selecting the Water Availability and Droughts impact from the Stage 2 menu of the homepage, the user may explore the respective impact assessment results for the project municipalities in the form of graphs. When entering this impact, the user is initially directed to the Total Water Impact Assessment results, while he can also select to see the results of the examined drought indicator, called Standardized Precipitation Evapotranspiration Index, SPEI. To display the results on the total water impact, the user is asked to fill in the fields, select period, and select climatic scenario, and then press Submit. Then a graph appears where the assessment results on the composite indicator, total water impact, as well as on its sub-indicators, water exploitation index, drought risk and social vulnerability are shown for each one of the project municipalities. By hovering the cursor over the bars, the value of each indicator is shown. The values of the indicators are normalised with the use of a 5-class scale, according to which 5 represents the highest impact and 1 the lowest impact. In the SPAY section, the user may view the results for the case of SPAY by selecting the respective main water body that supplies each of the project municipalities with drinking water, the climate scenario that wishes to be examined, and then press the Submit button. The SPAY results are presented in both graphical and tabular forms for the reference period 1970 to 2015 and the future period up to 2100, based on the climatic projections presented in Stage 1. By hovering over the line of the diagram, the user may view the indicator values on a monthly basis, while the relevant data may also be exported by selecting the table and clicking Copy and Paste. In Stage 3 of the toolkit, the user may explore the available adaptation measures for addressing each impact along with their evaluation provided by the Urbanproof pool of experts, or to provide his own evaluation of the adaptation measures through a multi-criteria analysis module. The first option is available to all users by clicking on the left side button of the pop-up window, while the second option is available to all users after inserting the user-specific credentials on the right side of the pop-up window. One may create his or her own credentials by selecting Sign Up on the bottom of the window or at the toolkit's homepage. The user is initially directed to a form where the evaluation criteria are presented. The user is asked to assign weights to the criteria according to his or her perception of their relevant importance in evaluating the adaptation measures. The weights to each criterion may range from 0 to 100, while the sum of all the weights must be equal to 100. After setting the weights, the user selects Save and then selects from the top menu the impact against which the available adaptation measures will be evaluated. In this table, the user is asked to evaluate the adaptation measures shown in the first column against the criteria presented in the top row. Detailed information on each measure is available by clicking on the relevant question mark icon. The user evaluates the measures against each criterion on a scale of 0 to 100, where 0 corresponds to a very poor performance and 100 to an exceptional performance. When the evaluation is finished, the user selects Save and proceeds to Stage 4. In Stage 4, the prioritization of the adaptation measures set is accomplished based on the evaluation process described in Stage 3. In this table, the adaptation measures are prioritized based on the overall score for each impact category. The measures with the highest scores may be included in the local adaptation plan of a municipality. In Stage 5, the user may investigate the effect of the selected adaptation measures in increasing the resilience of an urban municipality in Italy, Greece, or Cyprus for specific impacts. This stage is useful for the preparation of the adaptation plan, but also for monitoring the progress in the implementation of the plan. To start with, the user first selects the impact to be examined by clicking on the respective icon. Initially, a window pops up providing a short guidance on Stage 5 of the toolkit. By selecting Enter, the user is directed to a new screen for selecting the country and municipality of his or her choice. By clicking on the Go button, the results of the impact assessment are presented for the selected municipality. The values of the indicators used in the assessment, as well as those of the final impact result, are presented for each cell of the map at the table located below the map. In particular, each cell of the map corresponds to a row of the table. The impact values are normalised with the use of a 5-class scale ranging from 1 to 5, where 5 represents the highest impact and 1 the lowest impact. The user may also see the average impact value for the whole municipality by selecting the Show Average Municipality Impact button above the map. In this stage, the user may investigate the effect of the implementation of an adaptation measure in decreasing the initially estimated impact. To do this, the user first selects from the map the cell where he or she wishes to implement an adaptation measure. Then, the respective row of the table is activated for editing. Next, the user defines the area that he or she wishes to implement the adaptation measure, as well as the measure he or she wishes to implement from the respective drop-down menu. Finally, he selects the tick symbol to show the updated impact results. To achieve a reduction of the estimated impact at municipal level, the user should apply measures at a wider area, that is, to select a greater number of cells, especially to those where higher impacts are foreseen. Once the user applies these changes, then he or she may select the Show Average Municipality Impact option to see if and how much the initial impact has been reduced. This could be particularly helpful when setting targets for the coming periods in the adaptation and monitoring plan of a municipality. The results of the table may be downloaded to be further processed offline and can also be uploaded to GIS software in order to produce the respective maps. In case the user wishes to save the changes he or she makes, it is suggested to first log into the tool from the respective tab of the main menu of the homepage. What is more, above the map, detailed information on the individual indicators comprising the social vulnerability indicator that is used in the assessment is provided. The values of the social vulnerability sub-indicators are sourced by the latest statistical censuses. The social vulnerability indicator is specific for each municipality and is normalised to a scale of 1 to 1.5, where 1 refers to a low social vulnerability and 1.5 to a high social vulnerability. The values of the social vulnerability indicators may be updated by pressing on the Edit Values option next to the social vulnerability indicator. Once the changes are made, the user selects Save. The user may also update the values of the indicators shown in the different columns of the table below the map. In case a value for a certain cell is changed, if, for example, there is actually a hospital located in a cell, whereas the respective value indicates that there isn't, he or she may change the corresponding value from No to Yes. Similar capabilities are provided through the other impact modules in Stage 5. To find detailed information for the rest of Stage 5 impact modules, as well as for the tool in general, the user may consult the user manual.